Okay, this video is over even functions versus odd functions, and this will be another attribute of functions that we'll be dealing with for the rest of the year. So an even function is a function where f of x is equal to f of negative x, and an odd function is a function where f of negative x is equal to negative f of x. What does this really mean? It means that an even function is symmetric on the y-axis, and an odd function looks like it's been flipped twice if you go on the other side of the origin. So first of all, even functions. So let's start with the parabola. Easy picture. Is it even or not even? Cut it down the middle. On the y-axis, do you get symmetric? Yes, you do. So it is even. Parabola facing down. Is it still symmetric when you flip it across the y-axis? Yes, it is. So it is also even. Okay, this function is called a quartic function. So if you split it right down the middle on the y-axis, do you get two equal halves? If I drew a little bit better, yes, you would. So yes, this one's also an even function. Okay, this is a cosine function. Is it even or not even? Split it down the middle. Both halves look the same, so yes, it is even. What about this parabola? Even or not even? This one is not even, because if I split it down the middle, most of the parabola is in the second quadrant, so I do not get two equal halves when I split it on the y-axis. Okay, what about this cubic function? Even or not even? This one is not even. Okay, I do not have two equal halves on both sides of the y-axis. What about this parabola? Even or not even? If I split it down the middle, I still have two equal halves, even though it's been moved up. So this is an even function. So what about odd functions? A linear graph. Now for odd functions, they're a little bit trickier to test. So I have to take a point from both sides of the y equals sign, -4 and +4 for the x values, and test them against each other. So this is an odd function. An easy way to do it, just by looking at the numbers, if you use the same number for x, but one is positive and one is negative, then your y should have the same attribute. So for example, this one I have a +4 versus a -4 for the x values, and I also have a +3 versus a -3 for the y values, so it is odd. Another cubic graph, testing two different points, this time at -3, 3 and at 3, -3. Are my x and my y values equal but opposite? Yes, they are. So this is also an odd function. Okay, this is a sine graph, one of the trig functions we'll be doing later. Two different points. Are the x and y values equal and opposite? Let's test it using the definition. And yes, according to the definition, this is an odd function. Notice that if you cut this sine wave right on the origin and you spun the left side around so that it was laying on top of the right side, you would get the same picture. Another way to think about it is if you flipped it upside down and then sideways, would you get the same picture? And on this one, yes, you do. Another cubic function. Is this odd? Are my x and my y values equal and opposite? My x values are, but my y values are not. So this is not an odd function. All right, that's it. I'll be ready to discuss even versus odd functions tomorrow in class. Later.